When people fail to get the return on their investment of time and effort that they believe they're entitled to just for showing up and spending time inside of a building called the gym, they start to ask the wrong questions, and that's why they get the wrong answers. I always talk about you got to ask the right questions to get the right answers. So what they'll do is they'll start looking externally. They might say, you know what, maybe I need a muscle activation specialist. Maybe I need some ART done. Maybe I need some other type of therapy because something externally is the reason why I'm not getting the return on investment that I damn well know that I'm entitled to. But a lot of people fail to look in the fucking mirror and say, you let you down. You're the fucking reason you're not getting the return on investment that you believe you're entitled to. Because you could get all the MAT, ART, any of these fucking therapies in the world that you want. But if you train like fucking garbage, no wonder you look like fucking garbage. And this is often the case with most people. So even after they get these therapies done, they're still not getting the return on investment that they believe that they're entitled to. And it all starts with how you do what you do. And until you look yourself in the fucking mirror and say, you know what, you let you down, you're the fucking reason you're not getting the return on investment of time and effort, you're never going to be able to get better. So a lot of people want to look externally when really they need to look internally in terms of why they're not getting the return that they want. A lot of people think they know how to train, but the way most people train, they don't know how to fucking impose a demand. And if you don't impose a fucking demand, you're not going to get the return on investment that you're there to get in the first place. So I want to show you what happens when you do a repetition the way most people do it, because this is why most people hit a wall and fail to get the return on investment of time and effort that they believe they're entitled to. So a traditional repetition, the muscles are under maximal tension for roughly a quarter of a second. Depending on how much weight you're using and how many reps you're trying to do, obviously if you want to build muscle, you use a little bit lighter to facilitate more reps to be performed. So a heavier weight, the muscles will be under maximal tension for a little bit longer. But with a lighter weight, roughly a quarter of a second. So you do 10 reps, that's 2.5 seconds of maximal tension. You do 4 sets of 10, that's only 10 fucking seconds of maximal tension. No fucking wonder you're not getting the return on investment of time and effort. Because if you did that for like 4 exercises, which is generally most people's workout, 4 exercises, 3 or 4 sets of 10, the muscles are under maximal tension for 40 fucking seconds. And how long does that take you? A fucking hour? No wonder you're not getting the return on investment of time and effort. Why does this happen? People don't understand the point of overload. They don't understand biomechanics. They don't understand how muscles work, and they don't even understand momentum. Momentum lowers the mass to overcome. So they hear these things that they read online about lifting with as much force as possible. You got to lift as fast as possible to increase the demand on the muscles. Well, what you just did was you imparted such a degree of acceleration onto the resistance, which carried the weight from A to B. The muscles are actually disengaging for most of the range of motion. And in fact, you have to actually decelerate the fucking weight unless you're going to propel it into the air. So no fucking wonder the muscles aren't growing. You're not subjecting them to any fucking tension. But this is the way most people train. Their efforts are made to reduce the demand. And this might happen consciously or subconsciously because the pain is actually something that they're trying to avoid because it hurts. It's pain, obviously, right? So what do? They pause when the muscles disengage. This facilitates more reps to be performed. But how are you doing those reps? They're fucking chicken shit in the first place. People don't understand the lowering rate and the elastic contribution. So the way most reps look for most people, too much force is produced at the beginning of the concentric portion of the rep. Momentum lowers the mass to overcome. They bypass the point of overload. They pause when the muscle's relaxed, if they pause at all. They rapidly lower it. This activates the stretch reflex. Elastic energy contributes to moving the weight as you start the next repetition. If that's contributing, then what is not contributing to the same degree? The fucking muscle that you're there to train. And they do this and they repeat it until they reach the magic number because they believe that there is magic in the fucking number that they're trying to get to in the first place. So they think, oh, 10, I gotta get to 10. But how the fuck did you get there? You got there in a way in which you decrease the fucking demand on the muscles. You gotta look yourself in the fucking mirror and say, you let you down. You're the reason you're not getting the return on investment of time and effort that you believe you're fucking entitled to. So one thing I'll give you to kind of increase the demand on the muscles, begin each rep from a dead stop. So in the series of videos that I'm gonna do, I'll give you a tip on how you can increase the demand in each one of them. For today, start each rep from a dead fucking stop. Remove the elastic contribution, make the muscles do more work, and keep them under maximal tension for a longer period of time. So that's something I wanted to share because a lot of people are always looking externally. But people don't know how to fucking train. Anyone that comes and trains with me, it's the same fucking response every single time. I swear it's like a broken record. I've never felt anything like that before. And did we do anything special? Did we do any fucking magic? No, we didn't. We manipulated the way you do what you do to promote the response that you're there to get. So stop looking externally. Yes, obviously if your brain is not contracting the right muscles, that's a problem. Yes, if you're eating like shit, if your pH is acidic, if you're not eating enough or you're eating too much, All of this will contribute. But a lot of times, the reason people aren't getting the return on investment of time and effort is because of how the fuck they're doing what the fuck they're doing. So until you get to the point where you look yourself in the fucking mirror and say, you let you down, you're not going to get any better. You like this information, share it, click the fucking button at the bottom, subscribe to the channel.